At Western Colorado University, we're surrounded by public lands such as Hartman Rocks, Crested Butte Mountain, and the Gunnison National Forest. Let's see what students think about access to public lands and how they utilize our access to public lands here in Gunnison. Where did you grow up, and did you have access to public lands in that area?
I grew up in Evergreen, Colorado, and I had access to a lot of public lands like national forests.
I grew up in Monument, Colorado. Yes, I had lots of access to public lands, like a 15-minute bike ride away from my house. I was out there almost every day.
Awesome.
I grew up here in Gunnison, and as you know, as being a Western student, there's public lands within an arm's reach.
Yep, that's true.
Every direction. So yeah, I did have plenty of access to public lands growing up.
I grew up in Evergreen, Colorado, so yes, lots of public lands access, lots of recreation.
I grew up on the Front Range in Littleton, Colorado, and I had access within a certain amount of driving. It wasn't very close to me, but my family's very outdoorsy, so we definitely drove and used public lands a lot growing up.
I grew up in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and we never really had public lands. We had parks that we used a lot, but we never really had outdoors, and I kind of enjoy Colorado more for that aspect, that there are more public lands. But we did have public lands growing up.
Awesome.
I grew up in Salida, so like just over the mountain, surrounded by public lands, free bikes, free bike use, river, all that. So yeah, a lot of public lands, and I've always loved it. So
I grew up in Boone, North Carolina, and my access to public lands was also pretty high. North Carolina also has a lot in comparison to Colorado, but it was definitely less in terms of land mass.
Makes sense.
So I grew up in Weatherford, Texas, which is near Fort Worth, and I honestly did not have that much access to public lands. I didn't even know what BLM was. I just thought it was Black Lives Matter.
I've grown up all over the place being in the military, but most of my childhood I was in Colorado Springs, and it's pretty easy to access public land. We've got North Cheyenne Canyon, and there's a lot of open spaces with mountain bike trails, hiking trails. And there's also you can go fishing and hunting not too far from where I live. So
sounds great.
I grew up in Salida, Colorado. Should I look at the camera?
Either way.
I grew up
look at me or the camera.
I grew up in Salida, Colorado, and I had a ton of access to public lands. I was super fortunate and blessed.
I grew up in Denver, and Denver's basically surrounded by public lands, and so I did have quite a bit of access to it.
Yeah, so I grew up in Bainbridge Island, Washington, right just outside of Seattle. Yeah, public land is definitely accessible. It's a little bit of a drive, but it's definitely, you can definitely get there if you really want to.
Now that you're a student here at Western, how often do you interact with public lands in the Gunnison Valley? For example, we have Hartman Rocks, Black Canyon National Park, Taylor Park, Blue Mesa, Crested Butte, places like that.
It depends on the season, but I would probably say about every day.
Okay.
As a mountain biker and a snowboarder, and just like adventures and hiking and things.
Almost once a day.
Pretty much every day when I go out and ride bikes or do stuff like that out at Hartman's. And
on average, probably every single day of the week. I would say 7 days a week. I either hiking, biking, rafting, any of the above.
I would say probably about 5 to 6 days a week, especially Hartman Rocks for biking.
Definitely every day. I'm on the trail running team, so we run at Signal Peak Wilderness on the daily, or go over to Hartman's, or skiing up at Crested Butte.
I'd probably say I do it like maybe twice a week. A lot of times it's over at Hartman's. Other times it'll be over, there's some good public lands over in Crested Butte that I like to go hang out at. So
sweet. Elliot,
yeah, pretty much the same thing. And then during the fall season, it's really fun to go out to like Crested Butte, Gothic, Triangle Pass, just all those areas up there, the mountain regions. It's really cool.
I would say like once a week usually. Either I go skiing, or I'll go out to Hartman's and go off-roading, go hiking. I've been to Blue Mesa, go fishing, been on Taylor River to go fishing as well. So yeah.
I definitely interact with public lands daily. I go out, ride Hartman's, ride my bike at Hartman's every day.
I'd say at least like almost every other day. Like I'm mountain biking, hiking, camping out there, going going out there, driving around, four-wheeling with my friends, just a ton. I use public lands a ton at Western, yeah.
Well, ever since I moved up here, I've been getting out there almost every day.
Okay.
It's just easy to access them.
Yep.
Usually, whenever I'm out on public lands, which happens, I don't know, every month or so, I'm just kind of going. I find a landmark that I want to go to.
Okay.
And I just kind of go to it and just straight line it there.
While you're using public lands, what are you doing? How are you using the public lands?
Yep. Fishing, mountain biking a lot, free exploring, climbing, all of the above.
A little everything. I mountain bike. I rock climb. Went rafting the other day. Just hiking too.
Sweet.
Yeah, mostly biking and hiking. Probably I go on lots of walks.
Yeah, during fall season, it's a lot of hiking, tons of hiking, because it's nice and cool during the nights and not too hot during the days. During the winters, it's obviously skiing a lot. During the rest of the year, you know, if it's around Gunnison, it can be biking when it's nice out. I don't do a lot of fishing, but I know a lot of people do fishing on the mesa.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do a lot of rafting and biking on the public lands, so especially over on the Arkansas through Salida. I do a lot of rafting through there. And I do a lot of I did a lot of biking this fall over in Hartman's and stuff like that, so it was a lot of fun.
Yep, a lot of biking, and then snowboarding, hiking, camping.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of climbing.
Running is definitely the biggest, I would say, but I also love to camp and hike, and so I do both of those out there as well.
I do some trail running, so that's pretty much it.
Yep.
It depends, because there's just so many options that you can do for it. You can go in the winter, you can go cross-country skiing, go ice fishing, ice climbing. In the summer, you can go hiking, camping, fly fishing. The world's truly your oyster when it comes to public lands.
You did already.
Yeah, I like to mountain bike.
Mountain biking.
Hiking. I guess you can run too. Crested Butte, there's skiing.
Yep.
And hunting and fishing whenever I get out and do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I just said that, but
I'm just mountain biking, you know, hiking, backpacking, just going out there and just like, I don't know, shooting guns or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just using public land, just being out there in the land is super sick. Yeah.
Usually I'm driving through them, sometimes stopping, going for long walks.
Yep.
Hiking.
Do you think public lands are important to be preserved?
Yes, I think they're very important because, like, some people don't have the money to, like, get into a national park or pay for a state park. Or they're, like, stuck in their apartment all day like we are right now.
Sure.
And it's only, like, a 10-minute walk to not 10-minute walk, 10-minute car ride to Hartman's or a 20-minute bike ride, so you don't even need a car. And it's just right there.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, public lands definitely need to be protected because it's just keeping protected wildlife, nature, and also allowing everybody to access the nature.
Yeah, I'd say they're like immensely important. I think in the world we live in today, everyone's so disconnected from each other and from the natural world. Having public lands allows us to kind of reconnect to nature in a way that society kind of hasn't been as of late.
I do think they're very important. It allows people to enjoy nature, and also most of it is physically accessible to majority of different kinds of people, as well as that gets more people out because we as a country need to do more physical activity.
Amen.
As a firefighter, I think they're actually really important because one, they bring people out, and two, it's just a lot of activity to get people doing stuff. So like exercise, stuff like that, and being outside also helps mental health. So I think it's very important for people to actually be out in those public lands. And as a firefighter, we do work to preserve those, a lot of fire management and stuff like that. So I do find it very important.
Why?
Absolutely. I feel like that's one of the defining parts of our country because not necessarily everybody is given access to public lands, and being able to actually utilize the earth is pretty important.
Yes, without public lands, I feel like there's almost no point. Like, I feel like it's probably the most beneficial way, like to, I don't know, recreate.
Sure.
Like, I think recreation and parks need public lands to be able to operate. Like, some of the most meaningful experiences you can have happen on public lands.
I think they're important for all of those aspects because, like, people just need a spot to go recreate and also land to use. And if we don't have that, then there's not a lot to do out here.
Yes, I think they're very important to American culture because I feel like we should have a place to go out and just be able to not do whatever you want, but just be yourself and have fun and get out there in the environment. I think they're important to the culture at Western because I feel like a lot of people choose this school because of how much public lands access there is, how much BLM, like you can go touring, you can go mountain biking, you can go riding, you can go shoot, you can go hunting, like there's just so much you can do on them.
I definitely think public lands are important because it stops big organizations from developing the land, and it also provides the public with recreation opportunities and a lot of educational opportunities, and that's why I think a lot of the students come to Western.
Are you aware of the seasonal closures of some areas in the Gunnison Valley?
Yes, I am aware of the seasonal closures, yeah.
Everyone's been aware. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
I've been impressed. Everyone I've talked to have been like, yeah, I totally.
Yeah, well, I know because, like, I didn't know before, but I rode out there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, man.
Like, it's all closed.
Yeah, it's all closed. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
I am.
Yes. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, Signal Peak, we can't train up there right now, so.
Yes, I am. Signal Peak especially, because that kind of screwed up my my hiking plans.
Okay.
but it's okay. There's lots of other places to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been kind of annoying sometimes because I wanted to go ride Signal Peak the other week, and I couldn't. And I also couldn't ride Hartman's because it was closed.
Valid.
I'm aware of the sage grouse closure.
Okay, yeah.
But that's about it.
What kind of culture does our Western campus, our student body have surrounding public lands? Positive, negative, what? Yeah.
I'd say pretty positive. I mean, obviously it's a huge recreation school. That's like one of the main draws, so the public lands are a huge aspect of that.
Overwhelmingly positive. Almost every single person you'll meet here came here because of the outdoor recreation.
Everyone here seems to love them, at least that I've met, because a lot of the people here came here to recreate and pursue like an outdoor lifestyle.
Totally.
I mean, I think we have a really good culture. We really try to use them, but also respect them. Everyone I've been with wants to follow the rules and respect the land.
Okay, yeah.
Protect it, but also enjoy it and get outside and get rowdy.
I'd say overall it's positive, but I also feel like the public lands are very underrepresented because a lot of people didn't even know that Hartman Rocks existed until until they talked to me but I figured it out from some upperclassmen.
Yeah.
I didn't really have any people during orientation tell me about all the places that I could use. I just kind of found it out myself.
I think a lot of people take advantage of it, whether it be backcountry skiing. A lot of people I know mountain biking, and also a lot of people climbing the 14ers around, mountain climbing, hiking.
Yep.
So pretty much everybody I know on campus gets out and does at least some activities out in public lands.
Yeah, I'd say West, the culture of Western, I'd say it's based on public lands. I'd say pretty much you go to school here to be outdoors and go outside and use BLM land, I'd say. And I'd say people are pretty respectful because people grow up in the mountains and stuff. Yeah.
I think the culture around here is very outdoorsy and very pro conservation. I think a lot of the professors here and students want to see the public lands preserved, taken care of, and used properly.
People like to go and be outside and explore. And I think a lot of the people, especially the climbing people, they like to go find the cliffs that are, I think there's some cliffs on public land nearby that are pretty popular.
I think overall as a student body, a lot of people really respect it, which was quite surprising, honestly. But I think everyone here really values outdoors, and they realize that in order to keep the lands usable and in good quality, that we still have to respect all the rules and regulations regarding them.